Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's morning's video, we're going to talk about the top two stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for this morning. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of you who dropped the stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video. Again, if you have questions, drop the ticker symbol in the comment section. All right, now, before we begin, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. All right, so let's get started. Let's get right into it. All right, right off the bat, we got the SPY right now is still flat. It's still flat, and this perspective right here still kind of stands. Personally, I would have liked if we were negative. If we were to fall today and drop back down to 37.50, I think it would make the chart look a lot better for later. All right. But the way it looks right now, especially with that V-shaped recovery that happened yesterday, this level right here is quite important. If these individuals get taken out, the bears will take their money and run away. Like if this level right here, right at 38.60, gets taken out today, there would be a large influx of buyers pushing the market even higher. All right. Will it happen? Maybe, maybe. Looking at the Nasdaq, let's look at forward slash NQ. Let's see how that situation is looking. So again, the falling wedge is right there. It's still like right outside of it. It's not super convincing yet. A move above 11,900 might make it a little bit more convincing to the upside. But the more we keep cooking in that falling wedge, the more massive and the more ferocious the move later on within the next few weeks will be. All right. So for today, I would just say apply caution. I will say apply caution and treat stocks individually without respect to the just without respect to the overall market, because if we chop, then stocks are just gonna do their own little thing. All right, so that's my thoughts on the overall market for y'all. Now, the first stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for today, that stock is Nvidia. All right, Nvidia is looking decent right now, but the reason why I want to share this with y'all is because of a much larger picture. If we go on to we're just gonna keep it on the 4 hour and we zoom in right here, right? You can see that there is a inverted head and shoulders on the chart, a continuation of the bearish trend right here. So we got the left shoulder, the head, and then we got the right shoulder right here. All right. Now there is that neckline right here, which I believe which may be tested today. It doesn't have to, right? It really doesn't have to. If the market just go deep red, like if really every sector goes deep red, it might not go up here to retest 155 before trying to fall again. All right. It might not do that. It might just start rolling over from here and then just go straight down to 135. So that's something that you want to like just keep in your watches. The way down is the hardest part. You don't know exactly which day is going to get there, but the big picture is like right in the front of you, as you can see. And usually it looks really clean. Just big picture, this thing looks really clean. So it's all about how we're going to get to 135. And look more closely intraday. Maybe some clues laid out in the charts, right? So today we may see 155, maybe. Today's Wednesday also. There might be some meetings going on with the Fed, and it may happen. It may happen. All right, but just don't get too greedy, especially if the move does push it up. Make sure you take your money off the table, because this right there I'm pretty sure that we could get rejected up there. All right, so that's my thoughts on the video and why y'all should keep it on your watch list. The second stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for today is OKTA. I talked about this one yesterday, and today it looks really good. It looks like it's behaving well. The bullish pennant is right over here. It broke out yesterday, and it looks like it wants to keep going. There isn't any news attached to it. All right. Like after a breakout, a little gap up is nice to see. So we may see some money flood into the. I believe this is the cybersecurity sector. Right. We may see some more money flooding into here. It pushed towards 110, like towards these levels right here. There may or may not be some turbulence up there, may or may not be. So just watch out for that. But right now the structure is looking pretty clean. When you just don't look at the Nasdaq and SPY and all of that, without just looking at those, just looking at this structure alone, it looks decent. So watch this one for a potential long. All right, now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Some of y'all asked some very good questions. Somebody asked about ABBV. All right, now with ABBV, this one is quite strong, very strong stock. Let's look at it on a daily. Right, the daily, it had a little bit of a rally within the last 2 weeks, and I don't think it's quite done yet. I wouldn't bet against it. I really would not, because it moves super slow, and the odds of both sides getting crushed from the stock going sideways is kind of high, right? So the best time to actually trade this one is at the extremes. When you see massive runs like this, or huge falls like this right here and this right here. All right, massive fall. So it's best to trade this one at the extremes. But most of the time, it just chops sideways, like right over here after this run, right? And then again right here after this run, it was just chopping sideways for 2 weeks straight. And then over here after the dip buy from 140 all the way up to 150, everybody got crushed again, longs and short, right? So it's very tough to trade this one. The opportunities are very slim, and once you miss it, you gotta wait for weeks in order to get back into the stock. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm not touching that V at all. I'm really not. Now, the next one that somebody asked about, I believe it might have been the same person. They asked about Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree is another one that you really don't want to mess with. It's been uptrending nonstop. Like after this massive fall, it had earnings, and earnings picked it right back up, right up in between 150 to 180, right? So the chop fest is still going. How long would it keep going in here, right? How long will we see more of these before we pop out here, or maybe at the end of the year, right? I don't know. I would say trade it intraday. I like how long the candles are intraday. The volume is kind of picking back up, right? And yesterday, this was because of obviously the market was grinding upwards. Every single stock was running. So we'll see what happens today. We'll see what happens today. I wouldn't bet against it. The worst case scenario is that it does another one of these, which is extremely aggravating and nobody would win. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we see more volume today and it just keeps cruising towards 180 before it gets rejected up there. So that's my honest thought on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media yet, you can find me at Paul Guma and PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there's some basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below, step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to get all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stocks with signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Guma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.